Hello guys, what's up? You ever wonder how people get such good photos on their social media? What camera are they using? So today we are going to talk about the top 5 best camera smartphones that people all over the world use to get banger pictures. For more information on the products, I've included links in the description box down below to get the best prices for you. So our first contender is the Sony Xperia Pro I, straight from the Sony store. So we all know what Sony is famous for, right? They make premium quality pro-grade cameras and headphones. They run movie studios and a hell lot of other things. But they are not as famous for their smartphones. So they have come up with their brand new Sony Xperia Pro I. And you must be thinking what's so special about this. This smartphone has a 1-inch camera sensor. It is the largest camera sensor ever in any smartphone. You must be wondering what this 1-inch sensor offers you. So the larger the sensor is, the more quality pictures and videos it can take. Before we dive into the camera specs, let me tell you some other things. This phone comes with a 6.5 inches OLED display with 120 Hz refresh rate, and let me tell you, that is a quality display. You will have a bright and colorful viewing experience. Your fingers will glide like butter on this display. It has the Snapdragon 888 5G processor. With a strong processor and the new camera system, it produces high-quality pictures and videos. They could have put in the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor for this price, which is 4 times better. Let's get back to the camera. It has a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera, a 12-megapixel telephoto with 2x optical zoom, and a 12-megapixel main camera with a depth sensor. This phone can record 4K video at 120 frames per second, which is pretty cool. The front camera is 8 megapixel and can record 1080p video at 30 FPS. It clicks decent quality pictures. The main camera setup provides pro-grade photos. It doesn't modify the pictures much and produces raw and clean pictures. It balances the color of background and skin tone perfectly. It does have a 1-inch sensor, but it doesn't utilize the whole sensor because the lens is not large enough. So some part of the 1-inch sensor is left unused. Basically, it comes down to where there is not so much benefit of a 1-inch sensor. It doesn't mean it is bad. It still is top quality camera. It has a built-in Sony app and shutter button at the side. The custom app has all the pro-grade features that are used by professional photographers. It is a little complex, but you can learn it if you're into it. So to sum up, it's not something we commonly see. And if you are into cameras and you have got money, go for it. I would not recommend it to general users. The second phone that we've picked is a hot pick in the market. This is the brand new VIVO X80 Pro 5G, and just look at this amazing phone. It has this large camera system that they have made in collaboration with Zeiss. For your information, Zeiss is a company that makes world-class lenses of all kinds. So before we jump into the camera, let's get to other important things first. This comes with the new Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor that is the fastest mobile phone processor available at the time of making this video, and also has the VIVO V1 Plus chipset for enhanced camera experience. It has a 6.7 inches 2K AMOLED display with 120 Hz refresh rate for ultra-smooth cinematic viewing experience. It just unlocks in one touch with its advanced fingerprint sensor. This comes with a 4500 mAh battery and 80-watt fast charging, including 50-watt wireless charging support, so you can just plug in for a few minutes when in a hurry and it would charge a lot. Now let's come back to the camera. It has a 32-megapixel front camera that clicks sharp cutting-edge photos. It can click detailed colorful selfies with its portrait mode. The rear system is a 4-camera setup with a 50-megapixel, a 48-megapixel, a 12-megapixel, and an 8-megapixel camera. VIVO has filled this phone with features like 360-degree horizon leveling stabilization. With this mode, no matter how much you shake your phone or turn it upside down while recording, it will not affect the video because it will stabilize it and give you a clean video without much shakes. In other words, the videos are going to look like you have used a tripod to record it. It has an enhanced night mode that helps you to click pictures even at night with the quality of the picture maintained, so it's pretty cool. With its Z's cinematic video, you can create literal movie-like scenes just from your phone. Imagine how cool it is to have such good camera features on just one phone. In conclusion, it's a really awesome phone with every area covered from camera to performance to battery. Just go for it, is all I suggest. So we've been halfway through and your excitement must be high. So the next phone is the brand new OnePlus 10 Pro. OnePlus has been consistently producing top-notch flagship phones that have been outperforming most of their competitors. And the OnePlus 10 Pro is no less. So let's see what this phone can do. So the phone comes with the all-new Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor that, as I told you earlier, is the fastest mobile phone processor in the market as of now, with a triple camera system that has been co-developed with Hasselblad. For those of you who don't know, Hasselblad is one of the leading companies in the world that make camera and photographic equipment. It has a 6.7 inches LTPO 120Hz fluid AMOLED display that can show up to 1 billion colors. With a 5,000 mAh battery, 65-watt SuperVOOC fast charging, and 50-watt wireless charging. In 15 minutes, it can charge up to 62%. That can last a whole day for general users. Now let us come back to the camera. This phone has a 48-megapixel primary camera with a Sony IMX sensor that captures stunning natural colors. The 48-megapixel primary camera allows you to shoot videos at 8K, 30 FPS, and at 4K, it goes up to 120 FPS. Its 50-megapixel ultra-wide camera can capture a field view of 150 degrees. So if you want to get a large view in one frame, you can definitely do it with this. And an 8-megapixel telephoto which optimizes your photos to the best version. It has a 32-megapixel front camera which provides us with sharp images. It doesn't blend any colors or skin tones with the background, and clicks well-contrasted photos. The only disadvantage is that it does not have auto night mode. Overall, this is a good buy, and you should definitely consider it if you're looking for a camera phone with good performance in other aspects as well. The next in line is the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, which comes with the unique Note Pen that was earlier used to feature in the Note series of Samsung. You can do a hell lot of things with the pen like editing, writing, and many more. But since this has the word Ultra in its name, they have added everything they could. They maxed out the display, the storage, the processor, and the cameras. But also they have maxed out the price. Oh, I know that's a bummer. So let's talk about real stuff this phone can do before we jump into the camera system. This has an excellent 6.8 inches 1440p AMOLED display with 120 Hz refresh rate, with 240 Hz touch sample rate. It has the Exynos 2200 processor in Europe variant and the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 in the rest of the world. Both of these processors are best in class. Now let's get to the camera stuff. It has a 108 megapixel primary camera with a 12 megapixel ultra-wide and two 10 megapixel telephoto lenses with lesser autofocus. With the big numbering cameras, Samsung provides flagship quality photos that leave very little to scrutinize about the camera because there are almost no errors. Everything is on point: the sharpness, object focus, color balance. The back camera can record 8K at 24 FPS, and it is pretty awesome. The 40 megapixel front camera has the best portrait mode that is available in any camera phone. Samsung have also included the night mode in the back camera. They call it the nightography apparently. And it has the best night mode, even better than the iPhone 13 Pro. When compared, the Samsung's 22 Ultra clearly provides more detailed night photos. So I would definitely suggest you to go for this phone as it has the best in-class features, but in the end, it is quite expensive. So my friends, we are in the last part of this video, and no phone review video is complete without the iPhone 13 Pro Max. This may have been released at the end of the last year, but it's still one of the best camera phones that are available in the market till date. Okay, let's be honest, every flagship phone that is ever released is always compared with the iPhone in terms of performance and all the things, and especially the camera. The iPhone 13 Pro Max comes with the largest battery in the iPhone ever. It has a 6.7 inches Super Retina XDR OLED display with 120 Hz refresh rate. It has the latest A15 BIONIC chipset, which is comparable to the performance of the PS4 Pro. Yes, you heard me right. So now let's come to the best of the phone. That is the camera, and the reason why so many people buy iPhones. It has a triple camera setup with a 12-megapixel primary, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide, and 12-megapixel telephoto camera, and a 12-megapixel front camera. The primary camera has all the different kinds of inbuilt modes which are there to give a pro-grade camera quality. And when you use these, you can definitely see why this camera has this reputation. It can record up to 4K in 60 FPS, which is a flagship setting. It has a great shutter, you can click tons of pictures without any lag. The ultra-wide camera gives a 120-degree field view and clicks great pictures without cutting any edges or disturbing the natural view in colors. It is also used for macro shots, so with a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera, you get enhanced quality macro shots without even leaving little details that most phones do. The front camera has an improved portrait mode that provides world-class photos, and it has definitely improved from the previous iPhone 12 Pro. It can capture 4K HDR video at 60 FPS with built-in cinematic mode as well. So that's it for today's video. Make sure to check the links in the description to get the best rates on your products. See you next time with another exciting video. Peace.